Before starting today's speech, I would like to ask you a riddle. I'm a type of Chinese tea art. Bamboo tools are used to beat the tea soup until foam is formed. What am I? If you can't figure it out, maybe you can learn something from my story today. Hello everyone, I'm Gabbilla. Today, I'd like to share a story about myself and Cha Bai Xi. It's also known as Dian Cha. I'm a native Chinese, but I did never heard of Chabaixi before. It was only last year when I went in for a speech contest that I heard about it for the first time. To create Chabaixi, there are 7 steps you need to follow carefully. Firstly, grind the tea into a powder. Add some water to make a paste. You can use a teaspoon to mix. This makes the tea cream. Next, add more water and briskly whisk with the tea wicks. Continue to whisk until a light foam has formed. Keep whisking until a gentle white cloud turns into stiff snow. Now, you're almost ready. Next, you can add a little more water to even out the texture. Now, you are ready to create the artwork. Use your teaspoon as your paintbrush, and water or tea cream as your paint. Gently move your teaspoon across the tea soup and watch the beautiful landscape unfold. What can you see? You must say, this is art. In the Song Dynasty, Dian Cha gradually became the mainstream way of drinking tea. Everyone regarded Dian Cha as a fashion. But if you ask me, what do I see in that teacup? It's sadness. Why? Let me help you understand. To expose me to the charm of tea culture, my mom took me to a Dian Cha shop in an ancient town in Ningbo. Although I got a really relaxed vibe as soon as I entered the store, the scene in front of me made me feel kind of upset. Unlike the coffee shop or milk tea shop, they're always busy with people. This Dian Cha shop was unusually quiet. Hardly any customer came in. You know, back in the Song Dynasty, Dian Cha was super popular. But why it is almost forgotten now? I ordered a cup of Dian Cha in the shop, and after tasting it, I seemed to figure out why this was happening. Firstly, it was too expensive. 1 cup of Dian Cha costs about as much as 4 cups of coffee. Secondly, it takes a long time to make. 1 cup of Dian Cha takes about 10 to 15 minutes to prepare. When my mom already buy milk tea, coffee, ice cream, and dessert, I'm still whisking and whisking. Thirdly, it's not easy to carry around. You can't take this work of art on the street and admire it while chatting with a friend. Lastly, it tastes too mild. Traditional Dian Cha use white tea powder to make the tea base. It's easier to make foam this way. But the tea tastes too light and doesn't catch your fancy. Hearing this, you might think, there doesn't seem to be much that make me want to try Dian Cha. And this is actually the real situation Dian Cha is facing today. Fewer and fewer people are willing to drink it, and fewer people come to understand it. It's like a vicious cycle. Causing this ancient craft is going to be forgotten. Tell me, how can I not feel sad about this? But I told myself, no, I can't just stand by and watch Dian Cha disappear from my life. We learn about this culture so we can better inherit. Let's work together to bring Dian Cha back. So, I started my experiment. Look, this is the result of my experiment. How did I do it? Let me tell you all about it. The first pop in the soul was speed. Making whisk tea is very calming, but the traditional tools are really slow. I thought, can I find a lazy tool for this? The answer comes from my mom's coffee. One day, my mom is using an electric mix to stir her coffee. With a buzz sound. In just a few seconds, thick foam formed in her cup. And it was actually the same as the tea foam I wanted. I grabbed my mom's mixer and shout, Mom, lend this to me. I'm going to improve whisk tea. I make the tea paste and turn on the mixer. And do you know that feeling of 柳暗花明又一村? The foam appeared in a flash. After fixing the speed problem, the next problem was, can I make whisk tea taste more better? I bought many flavors of free-dried tea powder. It tastes good, but it didn't make much foam. As for traditional tea powder, it makes a lot of foam, but it tastes too weak, like drinking pink water. Well, I was almost ready to give up. My exhibition hero showed up again. It was my mom. That day, she ordered a cup of cheese top milk tea. As I wanted to drink it, my idea hit me. If milk tea can have a cheese top, why can't my whisk tea have a tea top? Use fresh tasting tea for the base and traditional tea powder to make the tea top. This way, I keep the essence of whisk tea. Isn't that perfect? I didn't waste time and started crazy making. At first, it was a totally mess. The tea top melted fast and the flavor was unbalanced. Then so on, there are many times I really want to quit. But I told myself, no. And I thought about how excited I make whisk tea for the first time and the surprise of making foam with the mixer. I felt unwilling to stop. I thought, what if success comes in just one more try? I kept failing and trying again, and finally found the best combination. Use free-dried tea powder to make the tea base. It's fresh and comes in many flavors. Use traditional white tea powder or matcha powder to make the tea top. The foam is white as clouds, and the two flavors go perfectly together. After fixing these two key problems, the issues of portability and cost become easily fixed too. Now, even my family and friends can start praising my new creation. To these updates, all of you can be a Diancha master. All you need is to buy the simple ingredients below. Then follow my steps. In just 5 minutes, you can easily make a cup of your own Diancha. Never give up if you fail at the first time. Persist, and you might discover more possibilities than I do. And I hope all of you can make a cup of your own Diancha, then recommend it to your friends. And Diancha will soon be seen by more and more people again. And you'll be the new generation inheritor of intangible cultural heritage. And Diancha will soon be seen on every street and become the new top drink. Shining like this in the old days. You mix cup, I mix cup. Together we will lift Diancha up. Thank you.